Hey, everybody. Happy December. Happy holidays. Happy Monday night. Relly and Teach, ready to preach. Teach, Daddy. How are you?
Existing currently.
Existing?
Existing. Trying to wind down from all the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, retail working, deals, sales, savings, extravaganza, electric boogaloo, part 3 and 2.
The hullabaloo kicked your heart. I can imagine. I see it on your face. Me, I went back to work today and found out I'm swamped and I got to deal with. I had to finish up what I had to do last week, but I ran out of time. So it is whatever. I finished up. And hand over to the other guys in the department while they sign off on stuff. And I got 1,000 rolls of tape I got to prepare to ship out to France. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting. I got a interesting week ahead of me. But, dude, the holiday magic is actually surreal going on right now, man. I can't believe it. I'm not sure if you felt it yet, but I've certainly got it.
Yeah, I have not, sadly.
Thanksgiving good to you and Recon?
Yeah, can't complain yourself.
So, here's the crazy thing. So, I just got done celebrating my aunt and my mother back to back. They're December 1st and 2nd. And for Thanksgiving, we had my grandfather, 88 Fingers Tony. He's 88.
88 fingers, Tony.
Yeah. So for context, there's a Flintstones character called 88 Fingers Louie. He was this gangster that stole and sold pianos. 88 fingers on the keys, 88 keys on the piano. So my grandfather just turned 88. So I'm like, okay. Ever since I kind of told him that, he laughed. And sometimes I'd be like, holding the door for him. And I'm like, hey, you good 88? Everyone just kind of laughs about it. And we've kind of embraced it. But he was in the hospital for about a week and a half, dude. He had 20 bags of transfusion blood.
Jeez. Holy
20
shit.
fucking bags. Yeah, holy shit. Like, I have no idea what happened. He was in the hospital for 10 days, and I cannot believe it. We actually got him out of the hospital. He sat down to eat with us. We drove him home, and he's been home and stayed home and not went back. I, honest to God, for the life of me, can't believe it. I don't know if you call it holiday magic. I don't know what I don't know how to explain it. The only way that I could is kind of like how if you go by law, this would be placed under act of God.
A miracle.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't know how else to describe it, man. To say the least, I got to eat good, got to eat cheesecake, got to eat pie, got to have different kinds of pie. Had some habitza during the weekend.
Had some what?
Habitza
Habitsa. What's habitsa?
is pizza.
Why don't you just call it pizza?
Pardon my Italian American.
Hub pizza? Why the hub B? Why not just pizza? You had some pizza. Why is it hub pizza?
I don't know. I have
I'm
plenty of
trying to
fun things.
understand.
Oh, don't question it. But ironically, it was nice because, I haven't, yeah, I was able to game and write in peace a little bit, got to catch up on a couple of series of mine. I got to play for the first time too. This is a remake. I never got to play the first original one, but the Mafia game. This was the definitive edition.
Mm,
One of my favorite Mafia pro tags, actually. I did not think that'd be the case.
I
Tommy
can see you as a
Angelo.
big fan of that franchise.
Well, let's be real. My favorite out of the series has got to be Vito Scaletta. But dude, it's amazing how all three games have tied in. I'm not sure if you followed this series, but it's crazy.
Nope, not one bit.
You haven't heard anything about Mafia 2, Mafia 3, nothing?
I know they exist, but I don't know anything for story or any bit.
So the first game ties into the second game because during the second game, there's this mission because they found a hit on the guy, and it's to kill a guy in his front lawn. It's the pro tag from the first game who is in witness protection. His Don, his boss, finally found where he was and in jail ordered the hit on him. And I found out that in the third game, the pro tag, the two pro tags in the second game, the pro tag of the third game, it's actually his son, but you wouldn't think. Like you actually have to go deep diving in the lore.
The more you know.
Yeah, like absolutely like ludicrous, man. And the one thing I've actually been very happy about is I even informed Cavnate alumni AO Jimbo about this. I've been doing some mixes, some very good ones. So
Some remixes?
some I've been experimenting with some mixes, and so one of them I talked about was Copium, Gamer Subs Copium.
Oh, those kind of mixes. We're not talking like hip hop,
And
deep, dubstep, house. Not that kind of mix.
hey, just because my name's really Demolished, there's not a DJ in front of it. Although
Mm.
that'd be an amazing DJ name, would it? Would it not?
Really demolish.
DJ really Demolish.
Maybe you should become a DJ.
Well, I gotta get in tune first. I'm 30. It'd take a lot to get into now. There's some people been doing it for 20 years, let alone starting at 30.
I believe it. You could do it.
Eh, gotta go invest in the other projects first. Food for thought on that one. I also was taking a deep dive into. Thank you, everyone who's actually watching, and for those people who do have TikTok. I actually looked at our I actually looked at our TikTok account, and we actually had our first video with over 5,000 views. Like
Nice.
baby steps, but damn man, like I thought was pretty cool. Like found some stuff deep in the files, and I stumbled upon in Dollar Tree. They are this is how backed up it is. Warp Tour's been gone for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forget how many years. I'm seeing Monster water on the shelves in Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Those Warped Tour
on this
ones have been around for a while, though. Like the
but
advertising been around for a bit on
no,
those
I'm
cans.
just saying, I thought after the Vans Warp Tour was over, that would have been taken off.
Nah, they're also
Apparently
supposed to be
not.
bringing it back.
I'm only seeing it at Dollar Trees, bro. And ironically, it's very underwhelming because you want to know what it really tastes like. It tastes like hose.
It tastes like
It tastes like
water that's
water out
been
of a
through a
garden
filter,
hose.
tap water that's been through a osmosis system, a
No,
filtration system.
no, it tastes like water out of a garden hose. You literally like taste like some sort of rubber. Maron. I can't do it. Like what the hell is wrong with people? Why is this good? No, no, no. Bry. Switch the E and the S.
Yeah, it tastes like hose.
Not those kind of hoes. Goodness gracious. But I found a little complication here when I was mixing up the copium and the lemonade.
Uh-oh, looks like we got ourselves a little situation.
Yes. So it's very hard. I know Minute Maid's making diet lemonade, but
Diet
fine.
lemonade.
Yeah, as crazy as that sounds. So I was trying to. The only thing I had was regular Minute Maid lemonade. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, if I'm going through the files and I'm going to execute this, how do I want to do it? So I decided to take a regular shaker, half lemonade, half bottled water. I tried a scoop of copium. because it's kind of strong. I realized it needed a second scoop though. Yeah, Brian, I've never seen Diet Minute Maid. I don't know why. I've never seen it before, but I could be wrong. But not a big lemonade guy. I like the old fashioned kind. Although if I'm in Rhode Island, I'll go with some Dells, but it's different, especially when it's made fresh. But yes, the cranberry lemonade is something to look forward to. And if you get a chance, Teach, I'm not sure if you could get the diet lemonade by you, but it tastes something that it tastes like something in the category of Ocean Spray and Capri Sun.
Don't know what that is because I've never heard ocean spray.
You've never had Ocean Spray cranberry juice,
Never.
nothing? Have you ever had Capri Sun?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It sounds something in that nature. The only reason I say Ocean Spray is because of its a well-known cranberry juice. And I say Capri Sun because when you have like those lemonade Capri Suns, you remember it. It tastes something in between those two. So if anyone wants to know, 16-ounce shaker, half lemonade, half water, 2 scoops of Gamer Subs copium. Oh yeah, I recommend it. It's the best of both worlds. Now the reason why I say half lemonade, half water is because when you mix sugar and sucralose and you have two sweeteners, it's weird. By the way, Teach, you hear any background noise by me or all right, just making sure, man, because I mean there's a lot of camaraderie.
No.
All right. I just don't want to dox the family, you know what I mean?
Ah, you're good. You're good.
All righty. But yes, that I thought was very good. Oh, and I did end up doing the Diet Mountain Dew and the lemon limeade.
You did what? You did
Yes.
what? Oh, you did what now?
It was Diet Mountain Dew and Gamer Supps lemon limeade.
Hmm. Why Diet Dew?
The only reason why Diet Dew is because the same thing with the last mix I tell you about. And if you remember, me and Jimbo did the Red Raz Cola. So he's a Gamer Supps affiliate. So anytime I do a Gamer Supps mix, I hit him up. And I specifically said Diet Pepsi. So number one, you try to only get one sweetener if you can. Because if I were to tell you, hey, Teach, find some lemonade for that Teach iced tea of yours, if it was regular lemonade, it's going to clash. When you have two sweeteners, they don't complement one another, in my opinion. So when I said Diet Pepsi, I only get sucralose and I don't have regular sugar and I don't have aspartame. So you're only getting one sweetener. If you have two or three, something with the chemistry is just going to make it fall off the rails and it's just going to taste weird. It's not going to have the same effect. Same thing what I did with Diet Dew here. I did Diet Dew along with the Gamer Supps lemon limeade, and it's nice because it has gives it a certain tang to it.
But why diet over zero sugar?
That was the only thing available.
Ah,
By the way, I was actually very surprised because you want to know what drink actually has aspartame in it, but I did not think Snapple.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought I'm just like, well, huh, interesting. Here we are. It's nice because I've been ever since I made that failure last weekend that everyone remembers. I've been at it and I've been trying to mix some things into my head and say, what would this, how would this work? For instance, I actually have Nas Zero that I'm thinking has potential with something.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've drank a NOS.
And if you
Oh,
remember, they make Nas Zero now.
I'm surprised NOS still exists. In all honesty, I never see anybody drinking them.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. So here's the thing that kind of got me. They had there's a time where they had the regular, they had the cherry bomb, they had the grape, and then there was this green one that was bad, and then zero they had this zero sugar one, but it had more caffeine in it. It was just crazy. And now you just see either the regular, the zero, or the grape. That's it. And that's next to Full Throttle. They only make the black Full Throttle now, I think. But I think it's all underneath the Monster umbrella, so they just kind of count it as one brand. Yeah, they're trying to make everything look the same now, but that's just everything. That's fashion, that's drinks, that's all the whatever, I suppose. But I'm thinking of Nas Zero. I'm just like, what's carbonated and mixes well with pineapple? I got plenty of ideas. I just need to execute.
What would you say the main flavor profile is of a NOS?
Pineapple.
Pineapple? You think it's just straight pineapple?
To me, it's pineapple. Yeah.
I never really got that.
I remember I remember graduating high school. I want to say I was 19 or 20 at the time. And I just remember one of the guys, I'm just like, hey, you mind if I waterfall that? And he goes, it's fucking pineapple, right? And I'm like, wow, how come none of the guys I knew in high school never drank this? This is pretty good.
I hardly ever see anybody drink a NOS.
Well, also, you got a lot of stuff by you. So, I mean,
But even still, I hardly ever
again,
see anybody drink NOS. I hardly see anybody drink Rockstar. Um, I don't ever really see even people drink the energy primes, the prime energy cans. Around here, it's a lot of Monster, a good chunk of Celsius, Red Bull.
yeah, I know the majority. So at my work, it's either Monster, Rain, or Ghost. Outside of what I'm cooking, my boss has been trying everything. He's tried C4, he's tried Rise, he's tried a few different things. We just know that there's one guy. He cannot have C4 because he's allergic to the beta alanine. Like he was
That's rough.
scratching like crazy. Like he's covered in metal powder, and you just see him clawing himself on his arm. And he's like, dude, what the bro, never again.
Yeah, that's rough.
When I heard that story from his brother, I'm like, tough. Because Ty and Timmy, they're good dudes. When I heard that story, felt really bad for him because sometimes they got rough days, and when you have to add that into it, that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. But I could say the same thing with, I mean, I know that road cans are in Michigan places somewhere, but the way that I remember Jake telling it was it's very interesting when you see somebody drink a certain drink in the wild. Like he goes, hey, when's the last time you saw somebody drink G Fuel in the wild? When's the last time you saw somebody bring a G Fuel shaker to work? When's the last time you saw somebody drink a Rogue can and it was something else? And there's sometimes where people look at me and they're like, bro, what are you drinking today? And I'm like, something you probably never heard of before. And sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I also found out First Form is they're doing a mystery flavor can.
Dude, I don't know if in what graces First Form got my email, but they will
Mhm.
not stop sending me emails ever since I've had their stuff.
Really?
Yeah, just like your general like newsletter product kind of email, etc. But I get so many First Form emails now.
That's crazy because I don't. What I get is I get control emails constantly. Should probably hit unsubscribe. Unsubscribe successful. Yay. Well, that takes care of that one. Takes care of that one real quick. And again, not saying that they make a bad product, except that when I'm trying to get around to everything, it's just I look at the ingredients, I see like 50 ingredients, and I want to narrow it down to under 10. And I feel like that is a big ask nowadays. It's just like if I could pronounce all ingredients and there's like 5 to 10 of them, I'm happy with it. If not, sorry. I'm trying to count calories as much as chemicals. What are you going to do? It's just it. But back to when we were talking about mixes, Teach. I know you got a shaker going, but you ready to try one? A certain one that I suggested to you?
What did you suggest?
I'm trying to figure out the ratio to this. But because one is kind of lighter and one is definitely more potent, it's a 2/3 to 1/3 of Grinchberry and grenades.
Why Grinchberry and grenades?
Cran apple,
Why cran apple?
sour cran apple.
Why sour cran apple?
Just seems like it works. It's tart,
Wait,
it's sour.
where do you come up with these ideas, Mr. Relly?
Well, ironically, I was just coming up with some stuff last week, and to be honest with you, I think that was one of the ones that I think kind of made sense. Whereas, like one of the first mixes we tried on the show, which was the G Fuel pinch rings and G Fuel classified, to me that didn't make any sense, even though it tasted good. Think about it: cotton candy, watermelon, vanilla, and peach. That sounds like you dropped two things in a garbage disposal.
Yeah, I've hardly touched this Grinchberry since I've gotten it at the beginning of the year.
Trying to think of how this is going to go, but am I the only one that's thinking cranberry apple for some reason? Something similar, fall, winter, anything like that. I mean, it's not outlandish. It's not coconut. It's not lychee. It's nothing chemical. Just a thought of mine. I just don't think I'm completely out of pocket here. But please, if I am, or am I completely off my rocker, please let me know. I'm dying to know. Gonna see how up. See, now I know you're a drinker. I'm not. But when I think of Crown Royal, right, it's either regular or it's the apple. And when you think of those kind of whiskey drinks, and it's either over, I know some people do it with lemonade, some people do it with cranberry juice, all different kinds. Up, see?
I think you're stretching.
Cranapple Minute Maid. So I think it's 2/3 Grinchberry, 1/3 grenades. Just because if we did half and half, it would taste all grenade.
All grenade, eh?
A, B, Q. I'm just waiting. I'm just watching this all go down. You look very
Like it's much.
No, I'm just saying you look very concerned about this. I know you're trying to weigh it out, but the level of concern you have, I'm actually a little surprised. It's calling me crazy.
You are doing me the concern, friend. I need to drink this grenades more often.
Probably should.
Honestly, grenades is such a top tier flavor that I don't drink enough. I'd say it's one of, if not the best green apple you'll find.
I think we already agreed to that. And there's a lot of good ones too, but something about grenades and it being a staple for Glitch for how many years now?
Quite a bit. Cranberry grape does sound good.
My ex-girlfriend loved cranberry grape.
You know, the funny thing is I've never had a vodka cranberry.
Didn't you say you're a tequila guy?
I mean, I prefer to drink vodka. I'm a tequila guy in the sense that tequila gets me drunk quicker than anything else. But I don't really
remember you
care for
saying that.
tequila. Like, I never go out of my way to
But
get tequila. I don't like it.
I'm very surprised if you're a vodka guy and you've never tried a vodka cranberry.
I prefer vodka. I just don't drink a lot, and if I do drink, it's typically beer.
I was about to say I'm a beer guy. When I do decide to drink, I do take myself a beer.
Yeah, I'm not really a liquor person.
Same. At least I'm not one of those guys that were trying to make a vodka brand or some sort of alcohol brand their personality. I have a lot of my old colleagues that used to worship Ciroc be in deep regret. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Guess who decided to buy Ciroc, which was a cheap college brand, and make it a premium brand?
You.
Diddy.
Oh no! It's
Yep.
it's been Diddy-ified. It's no one. Oh man, they're going out of
If you
business.
look, if
Nobody
you
ever wants to buy them anymore.
if you look at the early 2000s movies, Ciroc was a cheap fraternity vodka brand, and then he bought it and he labeled it as something to promote music and all that, like the Ciroc Boys and all that. And I'm like, why are you guys buying overrated? It was crap before, it's crap now. Just is what it is.
He diddled before. He still diddle now.
I guess you can call it
The diddling.
late late millennial Gen Z MD 2020.
The diddler. The Saren diddler. The Saren P Diddy.
Oh boy.
The
The
Saren
name
Diddy.
check.
All right.
Dude, a lot
Let's
of
see if
stuff.
Mr. Relly came up with crayon apple with Grinchberry and grenades. God,
I
this is.
pray I did not
I hope
screw
this
this
is good
up.
for your sake.
If I had both of them, I'd try it. And I will have tried it before you. I try not to steer you wrong the best way I can.
I mean, it's okay.
Ratio's off.
No, it's not that the ratio is off. It's one, the Grinchberry is a cranberry punch, and then you have a sour green apple. So the green apple is more noticeable on the back end. You get more of that cranberry punch on the front end. They don't really mesh well together. They technically, I would technically say they're those like opposite opposing flavors that are just so happen to coexist together, but it's not like they're happy about it, but they're coexisting together finally. So it's like they're two flavors. They're not exactly matching to create something better, but they're not terrible together. Catch my drift. They're just kind of two flavors mixed together existing there. They're not like anything better, it's not worse.
Is it like the breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston? They're just settling with one another, just living in the same space, but there you go their separate ways. He's thinking about it.
I am thinking about it because I'm trying to have a witty comeback of other generational references that also could be related to said topic. I got nothing, so we'll go with that.
So it's like Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston in the breakup.
Sure.
Okay. I'm just saying, dude, that clip comes up in my feed occasionally. You know which one I'm
What?
talking about.
I don't.
She talks about his pervert brother, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your sister slept with a lot of people. My sister's been through a lot. Yeah, a dick." Every couple of months that appears into my feed, and I'm just like, you know what? Glad this movie aged very well. And I think it aged well better now than upon release. Might want to put that grenades towards the top.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe one day you're gonna might want to have to rank those tubs based by a tier list. But something tells me you're gonna want to have some grenades flavor.
I feel like you're trying to cook on something.
Perhaps. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe someone's gonna they already have a strawberry lemonade flavor. Although I wonder for compare and contrast. I wonder how the potion and yellow snow would do together versus the strawberry lemonade that Glitch makes.
I don't know. I
You
think
know,
it's technically two different kind
sometimes
of.
you get what I'm saying, right? Sometimes a mix is better than the one they actually make.
I think you got two different kind of flavors coming together with that one too. You got like a tropical slushy and just a strawberry slushy. So like a tropical slushy, strawberry tropical slushy.
Strawberry's tropical.
So just more tropical to tropical.
Potentially.
So extra tropical lemonade compared to just strawberry lemonade.
I mean, hey, pina colada's tropical. You add strawberry to it, it's fine. You add some tropical flavor. Usually, tropical flavors are pineapple based or lemonade based, or just add the coconut pina colada based. You add strawberry to a tropical flavor. Unless you hate strawberry, it's usually good. And usually, the strawberries are kind of lighter, so it doesn't take over the whole thing. Like when I have Miami Nights, I taste the pina colada, and the strawberry is not overpowering.
So it's also still kind of one of those one's just slushy-ified and one isn't.
Hmm. I'm also finding it hard to believe because I mean, I feel like glitch, I don't know for some reason, but some of the flavors are harder to mix than other brands, it seems like.
What do you mean?
Like, when you have the OG green apple from G Fuel, it was a lot easier to mix than, let's say, grenades.
Maybe just because the sour aspect.
It's the sour aspect, and then, of course, the glitch signature taste. Some brands mix better with others. I struck gold when I saw the tea and crack sauce. Maybe that was the sun getting to me, but that was still very good. I would mix crack sauce and Teach iced tea sometime if they were both fresh.
You were a big fan of mixing crack sauce with a lot of
I was.
things.
I think I only mixed it with tea and I
Lemonade?
don't think I surprisingly I didn't do lemonade. Surprisingly, I did not do lemonade. But I also remember that crack sauce that one summer. I remember I had a couple days off and came back to do the show and have the house to myself when everyone was out and about. But that is still a good time I'll never forget. I said I'm bringing 2 tubs with me, and that's it. Oh, the blackberry lemonade. That's what else I mixed it with. That's right.
The Revive.
Yes. Yes, yes. That's what we were thinking. It was that, tea, and then, of course, yeah. Good times, good times. I wonder if that'll be reskinned one day.
Maybe. It's possible.
Just because I know Stay Naughty hasn't been with Glitch in some time. A pity when flavors go away like that.
Mm-hmm. It is a damn shame.
Yeah. Although speaking of, one thing I wanted to ask you and ask the audience, should we should we pick a time and like do some 2024 awards?
We could. So
Powder of the year, can of the year.
for something like that, we just have to do our due diligence and just like go back through the year 2024 and review the episodes and review what we scored stuff and what we tried. And we could definitely do it. We just have to do our due diligence and going back through the year.
Biggest surprise, biggest disappointment,
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. And I think it would be best if we could perhaps agree on an award instead of it just being like our picks. We both get together and we officially, like with our chest out, make the award. And then we'll tweet out when we announce on the show and we'll see how it goes. It might be a collab flavor. We don't know. Like, what would be best hydration of the year? We don't know. Or do we even do hydration? Just stick to caffeine? I don't know.
We would have to lay out the rubric and then we would have to do our honest due diligence, going back to seeing what came out in 2024, how we reviewed them, how we said they compared to others, come back, create the definitive answers.
Also, I'd like to know what categories they should be. I have a feeling the audience would want to kick in on these. And biggest discounted flavor, yeah, no. The best discontinued flavor, I don't know if that's possible. Like, I just don't know how that would go.
We could definitely do it. You just have to come up with definitive guidelines and or categories.
Yeah. Like, it would be like best, like powder of the year, can of the year, disappointment of the year, best surprise of the year. Then, hmm, best mix of the year, if that's even possible, or that would be too broad.
A little subjective. I mean, technically, it's all subjective in a way.
It's all subjective in a way. It's just like how people do the Grammys, how people
Yeah,
do the
definitely
Oscars.
subjective.
Well, yeah, because I mean, again, controversy every year. Um, my mother remembers years ago because she's a country music fan. Politics on that opinion, I could care less about. But she remembers when this artist had the best selling album and the best selling tour and didn't get any award at all, period, when the country music awards came up. And her friends were and her family were heavily disappointed. And then after that, they said, you know what? I'm not going to give a shit about these rewards because we know that there's politics in it where the wrong guy is put in that place. Like, people are pissed off that Shabuzi didn't win an award
Who?
this year. Shabuzi.
Never heard of him.
You know that guy, I forget the song, but it's that overplayed country song. Someone give me another shot of whiskey, everybody at the bar getting tipsy. That guy. And it's
Mm-mm.
overplayed on the radios by me all the time.
No idea, Chief.
You're better off, at least in my opinion. Hmm. So I'm trying going by the websites lately, and I know the Christmas countdown is among us, but I'm trying to see if there's any more dirt going in.
Among Us.
Huh. Yeah, among us. Still don't see what that. I remember trying to buy that mystery flavor. I just couldn't. It was like spend X amount of dollars, you could get it. Oh, here we are. Shop mist. Yeah, screw that. You'd have to buy a 16 pack, and it's
Screw
40.
that.
Yeah, you have to buy a 16 pack. It's $40, then plus the shipping. Um, Case in point, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Sorry, first form. Ain't doing it.
No.
I'm going to enjoy a Tropic Thunder tomorrow at work. But hell with that.
Yeah, frick that.
Now let's see if we can actually. I wonder if there's any information on it. Like if it was in a 4 pack, oh, let's go. 16? No. I will not accept that. Let's see. Last time they posted something on Twitter was about the Tyson Paul fight. Whoever's their social media expert needs to get a little bit more active.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, last post was on November 15th. Before that, the 11th. The day before that, October 15th. Hey, first form, if you want to hit me up, I mean, I can intern and probably do something better than this. I can probably do that while having a full-time job. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but when you have all these influencers that support the brand and you have all these supplement shops that you kind of get what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm picking up what you're saying.
I mean, let's see, 31.6K followers on Twitter. Let's try something like Facebook. How many followers if they have a page? 664,000. Okay, so posted 9 hours prior, 3 days prior, 4 days prior. Okay, so it just seems like they abandoned Twitter for whatever reason. That's fine. I mean, I don't necessarily agree, but I get it. Still, nothing about this mystery flavor yet. Hmm. I guess here's a question. If you're making a mystery flavor, what are you putting in it?
Skittles.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you
You do it.
remember you remember the mystery airheads?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Goated.
remember what flavor that was?
Nope. But I also remember the mystery Mountain Dew flavors each year for Halloween. Also goated.
This year apparently they labeled it as pink candy chew.
So the good Starburst. Got it.
Yes. And also if you remember, and again, I've said this with Rogue and how they could have a problem on their hands. Don't say Sour Patch and don't say Starburst if you do not have the trademark. It will kick your ass every time
Mm-hmm.
because they hunt you out. Think about it. Look how many companies control all of America's food industry, particularly the candy companies. Rogue, you're a decent company, but they will constantly drop the hammer on anybody. Look at what Monster has done to all the companies that don't even have anything to do with beverages. Look at how they're trying to sue a deli for so many years until they run out of funding and close shop. Look at the diaper company that they threatened, if you remember.
I do.
Yeah, because babies definitely know what Monster Energy drink is.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, they're baby diapers. They're not Depends diapers.
I didn't know those babies were cool like that.
I don't know. Something tells me that baby in those potty monster diapers is named Kyle, and he's going to talk about my mom on Xbox Live, like the good old days. It's a powerful baby, Teach.
It is.
Powerful baby. Was there anything else that caught your eye?
Not so much. Honestly, my week's been focused on Thanksgiving and working Black Friday.
Oh, also everybody. Today's the last day for the BOGO for Glitch, right?
50% off.
50% off. All energy and hydration, 50% off. BF50 in the checkout.
CM50. CM50 now.
Oh, it's CM50?
Yeah, they didn't update the
Ah.
graphic on the website
Oh,
for
so
Cyber
this
Monday.
is I'm just going off the website right now. So it's CM50. Also, this was a very big surprise for me. I'm I didn't even know this game existed, but I find it hilarious that they're making trombone juice.
Yeah, Glitches went out of their way to meet and collab with a lot of VR games. As you know, VR has picked up a lot in the gaming industry, so they've started to dip their toes in that genre a bit and started collabing with more VR games.
Hey, I just realized this. This is still plenty good.
Wow,
So,
you gonna do a little cross comparison?
I don't know when this order will get here, but I do know some people, if you could still get your hands on this, this is still a very good flavor. Now, before KSI decided to be a toolbox and a douchebag, as well as make an overhyped song, and again, I think he's more of an influencer than a musician, in my opinion. This is still pretty good. Better in milk than water, but still pretty good. Still good. How is this going to compare to trombone juice? Both, I think, pretty acquired taste flavors.
Probably better in milk.
Well, tell you what. I got to pick out another tub and see how this will go. It's been very tough, very tough. But, let's see. By the way, did we get the difference of what was difference between King Spirit and Complexity Clutch? One sour fruit punch and one sour citric punch.
Mm-hmm.
One has a little bit more orange than the other, or
I don't know that exact. But one's more of a citrus.
Back-to-back flavors of punch, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say.
You know, honestly, now that you call that out, I never really picked up on that. Or at least maybe I did, but I never called it out. But yeah, sour fruit punch and sour tropical punch.
Yes.
Or sour citrus punch.
Yeah, sour citrus punch and next flavor sour fruit punch.
I think the sour citrus will probably focus more like orange, lemony, I would assume.
It's like an orange lemonade.
Haven't tried it, don't
Sour
really know.
orange lemonade. Sour fruit
a few
punch.
new flavors I have not tried yet.
Yes, I know there's a few of them. But
which I just actually tried out Drop Zone over the weekend. My mother surprisingly had a tub of Drop Zone, which is Black Fox's flavor. It is a blueberry grape, which really you would definitely want to get your hands on because you would be a big fan of that flavor.
Really?
Yes, it is a spot on blueberry grape. Like it is a very solid flavor.
So you got my attention because the first thing I think of is jam, actually. So I told you about the festival, the fair I used to visit. The only catch is I don't visit it if there's bad weather, and only one of every 3 years it's actually okay to go. So if I am, I'm in and out because parking's a madhouse, and I don't feel like getting my tow card in a town with no service. So, yeah, it's a muddy freaking barn out there. But you're telling me you think of it's like a jam blueberry grape?
I don't know about jam part, but it is straight up blueberry grape. The flavor profile is blueberry grape. It tastes like a fantastic blueberry grape. It is, in all honesty, it's one of those kind of like just flavors. So where like the flavor profile isn't anything new, it isn't anything revolutionary, but the flavor is very well done. And again,
How's
it's
the
like
grape?
good. It's more blueberry on the upfront, in my opinion, a little bit more grape on the end. But like
It
both
doesn't
again
have
are
that.
solid.
It doesn't have like that dark, earthy tone at the end.
No. It's more predominantly, I'd have to say like a 60-40, 60% blueberry, 40% grape.
Damn. Any update on worm tonic? Still a flavor that's been around for a bit that I haven't heard anything about.
What do you mean?
The gummy worm.
But what about it?
No, I'm saying any word on worm tonic, how it tastes?
Haven't tried it, haven't got it yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just got to take a deep dive and see how this goes. See how all this is. I've been cutting back too when
Same.
might have to finally bite the bullet, and just because there's not going to be another sale like this for a while. Hmm. But definitely the trombone juice is on the mind.
Anything else to add, Mr. Relly, or should we call it there for 139?
Yeah, how come the trombone game, how come they all look like we characters?
I don't know. Take that up with the game.
They all look like we like the
The Mii's.
remember the, yeah. It looks like I'm playing Wii Sports and oh, I played Wii Sports Resort too. That was a very underappreciated game, I tell you. But nonetheless, we're gonna have to get back in the lab. We'll see how this one goes, and well, I'm gonna have to go down a rabbit hole soon enough. But I digress. Think that'll be it, Teach.
I think that'll be it, Chief.
Ah, we got a lot of things to discuss, everybody. It's Christmas time. It's the holidays. We gotta think about backlogging the giveaway. I gotta feel like I gotta put some stuff together, get with a couple people, and see how we're gonna do it this year. We also gotta work on obviously in the lab, obviously last minute releases, flavors. I'm not sure if it's gonna go back to being slow again, but we're gonna be here. We're gonna keep our ears to the ground, and we're gonna go from there. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, drink your freaking water, tell your loved ones you love them, be safe, happy, and well, drive safe, drink plenty, and take it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, we love you, and hopefully see you next week. Take it easy.